Hello everyone, this is Diane. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to work in this because I need to embellish some more pages in here or start making ephemera for my next journal. And the ephemera won out. I will do this hopefully later today. But I think it's time to tell you what my new journal is going to be. First of all, let me show you what I finished up yesterday. This was the gentleman from the magazine story, and I put some argyle scrapbook paper for the background and just glued him on the large tag. And then I finished up remember I had 4 of these cut and I did 3 on camera. So I did this one. It's vintage wallpaper and this specialty paper with the threads sewn on it, and a piece of vintage gift wrap, a little cowboy, and there's just some fibrous paper behind him. So just wanted to show you what I finished up after I turned the camera off. Well, what I'm going to make is a journal or 2 using this paper from the Etsy shop. Is called Ephemera for Days, and this is Rainbow Floral Grunge. That's the name of the kit. I will link it below. There's also a kit called Rainbow Grunge without the floral, and that's really cool too. So Ephemera for Days has a lot of really cool digitals in their shop. So I printed this. The reason I printed it was I had gotten this photo paper, I think it's Kodak photo paper, that I got at the flea market for $2, and I wanted to try it out, and I wanted something vibrant to try it on. Look how it turned out. So, and I didn't realize that I had already printed it on regular copy paper. I mean, my nice copy paper. But I'm going to use these for pages, and I can use these for some of the ephemera. So that's what we're going to do. I didn't know what kind of cover to give this, and didn't know what direction I was going to go with this journal kit. I'll just flip through a couple pages while I talk. And then, as I said the other day, I turned off my light the other night, and as soon as I closed my eyes, it hit me what I wanted to use for a journal cover. It's too big for these pages, so these will be small pages inside the journal. And I will have to build up some pages, scrapbook paper, to make it wide enough. But this is what I'm going to use. And these are vintage, especially this one. And I think it's got a slight warp to it. It doesn't look bent, but it pops up from the pages. Maybe the pages are warped, I don't know. But it doesn't look very crooked, and it is kind of bent on the back a little bit, or maybe just, I don't know, it's got some marks on the back. So this one is older, it's a little bit more yellowed, but this one is very sturdy, more sturdy than they make them nowadays. It's very thick. So I thought these would be really fun to use, these black and whites with these brights. And then I still didn't know, oh, the older one is slightly taller. I still didn't know what I would supplement these pages with. And then I decided to go with some fashion images, and a lot of black and white fashion images, but also some colored ones that go with these. So I'm just going to make some stuff, and then we'll figure out what's going to actually go in the books later. I went through some of my fashion pages and cutouts and pulled out things that I thought would be okay in these journals. And so I'm just going to take some of these and make some stuff with no idea really of what's going to make it into the book. Now, I got to get my shiny ones back. So I was looking for some cardstock pieces to use in the ephemera, and looking at these colors. And they're not primary colors. They're not pastels, but they're very vibrant. So I was looking for some cardstocks that would go with them. And I was looking for a pink. because it's not a pale pink and it's not a hot pink, except that one right there. And then I saw this, so I think that will work for a pink. And I pulled this out because I thought maybe all of these colors would be good. It says pastel, but they're a little brighter than pastel. I think this blue is nice, but I think this one is better. But I kind of want to be consistent. I don't want to have a whole bunch of different shades of blue because there's enough color in here. So that's why I pulled this pad out, because I can use just this pad and be consistent in my colors. I like this green. The yellow is pale, which is okay, but I have this yellow and I have a lot of this, so I could be consistent with that too. But I think it would be okay to use 2 shades of yellow if I decide to. And I don't think there's a lot of purple on the paper, so it's really, it's not purple, it's just pale. All right, so I got some cardstock to start with. I had already pulled these and then decided I want to have enough that I can be consistent with the colors. I don't have any orange in that paper pad, so I do have some orange pieces to use. Okay, so I have yellow, orange, green, pink, and blue. And now we'll start making some ephemera. Okay, let's take a look here. I didn't want a lot of colors on the fashions to compete with the papers. Even if they're not on those papers, there's going to be a lot of color in these journals. So these monochromatic ones, they go with the colors in the book, but they're simple in color. So let's just start with making a couple of tags with these figures. And I like the black and white ones too. These are nice tag figures because they're not too big and they're tall. And if I want to, I can use bits of these papers to accent the tags. These papers are not, these cardstocks aren't super thick, but they'll be great for pockets. I just don't know about tags. But I think we're going to go for it. We're going to make a tag with this pale yellow. Let's just stop hemming and hawing and just do it. Gotta cut this down to, they're going to be big journals, so I can use those big tags like this. Instead of using the store-bought ones, I'll just cut mine to the same size, which is 4 by 6. So I'll cut this down to 6. And this one has a little bit at the top, so I'll cut that down also. Get rid of that dotted line. It's not quite 6 inches, so must be this counted as part of the 12 inches. That's okay. So that's the height of the tags. And I will cut some 4-inch pieces. Well, that wasn't right. I don't know what I just did. 4 inches by 6 inches. I just wasted a whole bunch of cardstock. I don't think I did it right. This is 8 inches. There's glue on my number 8, so it looked like a 6. That's why it didn't look right. All right, well, we did waste some cardstock, but I can use those for something else. Let's try one black and white and one with the colors. I'll try to edit out this fussy cutting. Let her lean up against something, I guess. I think I'll do a little stenciling on the background there. I don't want to do flowers. There's lots of flowers already. Maybe just something like that. I'll try it out first. What color will I stencil? Maybe that blue. That's good enough. I think it'll look nice on the yellow. Might make it look green. Yep, it definitely has a greenish cast to it now. Okay, I'm looking for, oh, here it is. In rearranging things, I don't always know where things are. I'm going to make a label in a pink or orange color, I think. I think that's a good size. And I will just stamp it on white paper. Guess I didn't clean that one before I put it away. Good thing I checked. Oh, I might as well do a couple while it's stamped in orange. I can always just keep them in my binder. It's kind of a burnt orange. It's called Tangelo Twist from Stampin' Up. I have no idea if they still have any of these colors. Some of them they keep, and some have changed by now. This one is Primrose Petal. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh, that's pale. Looks more red. Let's look for a pink. And I have this Versaclear one, VersaFine Clair. Oh yes, this one is called Charming Pink. These are very narrow ink pads though. Doesn't matter for this stamp. I want to see what I think about these blue ladies on the blue background. That's nice too. And I think that we will go with a pink. I wonder if it would look better to have it like that. That's what I wanted it. I wanted her to be on this side. So we're going to take another piece of paper. Yep, that goes this way. Well, the same piece of paper, but we're going to tear another piece off of it. Guess I'm not going to have those flowers, but that's okay. I don't need the flowers. marked it over here instead of over here. I don't need to mark that corner. It's a corner. I need to mark that piece. Oh, I did it again. Because I have the flowers on it. Man, I can't think on the left side, I guess. All right, we're going to take a different piece of paper. We're going to get this right. It's going to be here. Okay, that looks good. I got some white showing on that. I was trying to remember what the name of the shop was. I had to look it up because all I could think of was my favorite ephemera. But I knew it wasn't that one. And I thought, ephemera all over the place. No, that's your craft room. It's ephemera for days, which could be translated ephemera all over the place. All right, no, yeah, that's the right one. Yep. We're gonna just glue this stuff down before I mess it up anymore. This tag is taking way longer than it should have. But if I can cut that fussy cutting out, that'll help. I want this pink edge to show through, so I will cut that edge off. Looks like it'll wrap around. But I'm not going to wrap it. It just looks like it'll wrap. would like to make 2 tags and 2 pockets if I can. So hopefully the other things will go much more quickly. I will do eyelets and seam binding in there later. Guess we'll do the same stenciling on this. These will both be going in different journals. Here's that, and here's that. Well, they're on that side too. Do this one a little bit differently. So now I have to finish filling that in. I thought that was going to be covered. This is Warm Breeze, the Marie Versifying Claire. I keep wanting to say Marie Claire, but that's a magazine. Okay, I like that. This this digital paper doesn't come with any ephemera, and there are no ephemera kits available with it, but I think she has other things. She has other ephemera that have the bright colors that you could put with it, but I figured I would just make my own ephemera, and I can use those pieces of the paper to make everything cohesive. All right, I don't know if I'll sew around there, but you know what I think I will do? I will draw a line around it. Let's see. And I'm not trying to draw it straight, obviously. And I'll do it to that one too, but let's move on to a pocket. See what we have here that could be a pocket. I thought this could be a little tuck spot. She'd be a great tuck spot. And so would she. Except her head is flat. I love these drawings. Sketchy drawings with the hats. They are so cool. Oh, and I thought this would make a good pocket too. And look at these hands holding up the shoes. So many good images in these old magazines. I absolutely love them. Okay. So for these, I will just glue them to some of the colored cardstock. Like I'll do an orange. How would I guess she goes like that. Like that. Guess I didn't need to put it on the bottom. So I'm just going to cut that off. I'll let that dry. Oh, this is what I'm looking for, this little pile. For these, I will cut them out the size I want them. So I have to fussy cut these and then glue them onto a colored pocket. I'll just cut the pocket to the size I want and then add these with some other embellishments, which I'm not prepared for. Maybe I'll keep the descriptions with it. Don't know yet. I'll just cut out 2 and make 2 pockets for now. This one's a big hat. I think we'll do a pink one here. Well, I don't even know what size my pages are going to be yet. Oh, about 6 3/4 by 9 1/4 at the most. You know what I should do? I should use my Big Shot to cut the tops of these pockets. I've got some really cool pocket shape. I just cut the top. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'll worry about the top half of the pocket later. But she definitely needs something else. It'll be cut down shorter. hold on to things. And then I've got a little residue of glue on my fingers. I think I like it that way. All right, let's see. I'm gonna cut out the fussy cutting, so I'm bringing my big shot over. You can watch me cut the tops of those pockets. So these are the shapes. Oh, I need the cutting plates too. Just have her on there so I make sure I leave her enough room. I can just do it at the top and cut off the bottom. That would be the easiest thing. Now this is 6 inches wide, but it has little notches in 2 different places so that you can make it less wide but keep this centered. So of course mine doesn't line up with any of the notches, but I'm eyeballing it. With the notches. I'll just do the one on camera. There we go. Okay, now I'd also like to emboss this. Instead of stenciling or stamping a background, I could emboss it. Let's see if I can do that on camera. It's a little trickier to get the sandwich right. I have my embossing folder binder here. try this. Looks like a little posy or daisy. Oh, it almost fits in there. A little bit long. I'll put something at the bottom. So I might have to take a tab off. Or not. Might have to add a shim. You just never know. That doesn't even feel tight. Oh, it's because I don't have the bottom plate on. Now I might have to take off a tab. Yeah. So I just opened that up and removed that tab. I'm sorry if this is loud. All this manipulating I'm doing. That feels good. Hopefully we have a pretty pocket now. Oh, how lovely. That's not the one. Okay, I will glue all of that down and we'll have a pocket. So we did these two tags and we got to start on these two pockets, and I will cut these out and these will be tuck spots. I appreciate you coming along with me today, and I hope that you are having a creative day. So come on back to see what's next in my pretty pink cottage. Bye-bye.